On this episode of the Outdoor News, I wanted to take you through the whole experience of finding a fish on a bed, how to position the boat, and how to catch the fish. Water conditions, about the same, 70, 71 degrees surface temp. Notice as I come by, I see the fish, and I see the fish moving, and so I'm trying to decide how do I want to position my boat. So I drift past, get my trolling motor head positioned to where the thrust will go away from the tree so that the silt and mud doesn't cloud up where I'm trying to see the fish, and I begin to spin the boat around. The water's so shallow, of course, it's stirring up the silt and everything, so I'm trying to be mindful of that. You can actually see my silt trail behind the boat. That's not from the trolling motor, it's actually just from the boat. So I'm trying to make accurate casts into the spot. And honestly, I was hoping the fish would go ahead and hit it just on a couple of blind casts. If your cast is not accurate, bring it in, go right back in. Patience is the key to success in this. I know the fish is there. I know the fish is not leaving. And it's just a battle to see who's going to give up first. So you can see me actually trying to start shaking the bait. That's to give a little bit of movement to the lizard's legs or whatever bait you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my what's called an anchor pin or manual power pole. So the first thing I'm going to do is use that instead of the trolling motor to move my front of my boat back just a couple of more inches where I'm in the ideal spot. And then I'll lock that manual anchor pin down. And I'm ready to start casting again. Again, accurate casts into the right spot are critical to this. And trying to watch what's going on, watch for the silhouette of the fish, watch the line, and feel what's going on. I can see the fish moving back and forth. I can see the fish nosing up to it. Can't really see it in the camera because of the sunlight, but I can see the fish starting to tense up. All right. Strike one. Fish 1, Rex 0. So I double check the hook, reposition it in the lizard. I don't want to expose it because there's a lot of Spanish moss and grass down there and I'm trying to avoid getting that tip hung in it. Back in we go. And I got it right over the Spanish moss that time. I can use that to my advantage to vertically jig that lizard right dead in the spot. And here we go. Finally, got him. All right. Couldn't take the lizard. Let's see. Large male, you can tell.
Let's see if he's an over. Oh, 17 inches. Almost 18. Let's take a good picture. We'll put him back on the good. Oh no. Awesome. Okay, so I guess I should have talked about that one. Anyway, saw it on the bed as we passed by there, and he was locked on, so we just circled back around. Luckily there's a piece of Spanish moss right there. I could pitch my lizard up over it and keep it vertical, and as soon as it got in there, he just came in and nailed it and took off with it. Had to get the slack out of there, and then of course stuck him. Alright. Pretty easy setup here. The old trusty watermelon zoom lizard. Dip and dyed about a third of the lizard, again like the other day, just so I can see the bait. Anyway, just straight old Texas rig, just old school springtime lizard fishing.
The Outdoor News is brought to you by the following partners: SmarterGeek.com and Funkbuster Baits.